See, the Tyrannosaur doesn't obey any set patterns or park schedules. It's the essence of chaos.
I'm still not clear on chaos.
It simply deals with predictability in complex systems. The shorthand is the butterfly effect. A butterfly can flap its wings in Peking, and in Central Park you get rain instead of sunshine.
Why?
Did I go too fast? I go too fast. I did a flyby. No, give me that big glass of water. We're going to conduct an experiment. It should be still. The car's bouncing up and down, but that's okay. It's just an example. Now, put your hand flat like a hieroglyphic. Okay. Now, let's say a drop of water falls on your hand. Which way is the drop going to roll off? From which finger or over the thumb or the other side?
Thumb. Let's say.
Okay. Okay, now freeze your hand, Don't move. I'm going to do the same thing. Start with the same place again. Which way is it going to roll off?
Let's say back. Same way.
Same back. It changed. Why? Because tiny variations, the orientation of the hairs on your hands.
Hey, Ellen, look at this.
The amount of blood descending your vessels, imperfections in the skin.
Imperfections in the skin?
Microscopic. And never repeat and vastly affect the outcome. That's what?
Unpredictability.
Right? There. Look at this. See? I'm right again. Nobody could have predicted that Dr. Grant would suddenly jump out of a moving vehicle.
Alan?
There's another example. See, here I'm now by myself, talking to myself. That's chaos theory.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to first thank one of my subscribers, Beverly Pierce, for this story. Now, I did a video about a year ago, and right after Roe v. Wade was overturned, vasectomies were going through the roof in the country, and people were inquiring about it heavily on social media. Well, it has skyrocketed even more to the point where they're in fear of the U.S. population taking a big plunge again. So, what's really going on? Well, there are so many vasectomies going on in the country right now. They are calling it a vasectomy revolution, and threatens to plunge America into a population crisis. See, this was unexpected. They never thought something like this would occur after overturning Roe v. Wade. I knew they were probably anticipating backlash, but not like this. I think this has caught them off guard completely. You folks out here that love having one night stands and and doing those sort of things, your butts are going to be in a lot of trouble now. So now that it's going to be harder to get these abortions in the US, you're going to be in family court a lot. That's what it means. So this ain't just a woman problem. It's a problem for you men that like to lay around with women you have no intentions on marrying. You better start digging deeper in them pockets, because you're not going to be able to push the woman aside and tell her to go get an abortion. Them days are done. You may want to think a little hard about that.
Not even a year ago, not even a year ago, Lisa was laughing and making fun of guys because of the reversal of Roe versus Wade. She was laughing and she was telling all the men that they better empty those pockets out because they're gonna be in child support court and all this bullshit. She was laughing her fucking ass. That dirty laugh. It's that dirty fucking laugh. Every now and then I gotta make a damn Lisa video and shit. Nothing personal or nothing, but that dirty, nasty ass laugh of hers and shit. While she's being smug and self righteous, makes me laugh my fucking ass off because she was taunting, unseen scores of men across ethnicities and shit. Okay, just be honest about it. She was busting a joke. Really, it was a dig at brothers. It was a dig at the brothers. Say you gonna have to break those pockets open and shit. And that, I'm just laughing my fucking ass off because here's your what I call that whole chaos theory. Things will just work themselves out and shit. And basically, I get that chaos theory thing from like the fucking movie Jurassic Park. Like Jeff Goldblum was playing this Malcolm guy named Malcolm something, and he had this thing called the chaos theory about how shit worked out. You know, the anarchy principle. So fucking funny as shit. I'm just laughing my fucking ass off at Lisa Cabrera because she was being nasty. She was being out of pocket and shit. Just talking trash and shit. And Roe versus Wade ain't got shit to do with ain't got shit to do with us. Okay, men in general, but black men in particular, shit has nothing to do with us. All right, it's a whole. I don't want to get into it. I just thought, I'm making this fucking episode because she's been a goddamn hypocrite. And also to remind young kings out there, you young men and men in general who might be in need of this information, the woman has no fucking power unless you make a Faustian deal with her. Okay, a Faustian deal. You have to agree to sell your seed to her so that she can make a tree. Okay, I'm being creative. It's a metaphor. You know, if you don't make that Faustian deal, if you don't give her your seed, she don't, bear your child and shit, to only to later stab you in the back and shit and steal all your resources and kidnap your progeny and shit and raise it as a bastardization of everything you are. She has no power. If you don't give her what she needs to, weaponize her womb and shit, then she got nothing. She's shooting blanks. It's women shooting blanks, just like the guys are shooting blanks because the guy said, "Fuck it, man. Hey, if the bitch can't get no abortion, I can't trust no hoes. I'll get a damn vasectomy and shit." That's a ministerial. You can use that in the court of law to get out of like being, stuck with a kid and shit. For the most part, unless you're in Texas, they had the shittiest family court that I've ever seen. Yeah, fucking Lisa. Laugh my fucking ass. Now I want to have a dirty laugh and shit. Okay, they're fucking hypocrite and shit. Now just got your balls busted and shit right now. Okay, this egg on your fucking face. I'm making an L sign and shit behind this avatar. Holy shit! If you don't make a Faustian deal, if she can't get your seed, she got no power over you. She ain't got no power. Her peace leave don't mean shit. It's a porta potty, man. You know. Like you telling these dudes, man, hey, don't get caught up in this shit. All these last 4 generations, we all had our individual feelings about relationships and marriage and shit and what a family meant. And like the women were telling us, with their liberation and feminism and all that bullshit, they wanted us not to take them serious and shit. They wanted us to look at them and everything they are, even their power to, create life in their wombs and shit, and just go meh. You know, it's just a hole. That's I guess. I don't know what to say. I'm not doing this for no emotional damage. I'm doing this because old girl, like a year ago, like she really that shit really like. You ever had somebody just piss you off or shit, and you feel it in your spine? Yeah, when she was doing that dirty laugh and just talking trash, I felt that feeling and shit, and I was just like, man, I have to get off the shit, man, because I'm gonna be ranting it, I'm just laughing my fucking ass off. I had did a story already that there was a lot of vacancies. There was not enough black male DNA at these sperm banks. Nobody was giving it up because they couldn't trust women and shit. And now you see like the other half of the equation is dudes is just getting a snip and shit because they can't trust a woman. And the women have shitty. Everything's geared towards the woman. There's no reform. These women they don't want to shit. I don't even want to say the sentence and shit. There's no reform. There's no leveling off of family court or fixing things wholesale, whole cloth. They're not interested in that. The government's not interested in that because they need to make money off your fucking stupidity and shit. If you're reckless with your seed, all right, just laugh my fucking ass off. At least to eat it up, okay? You eat this fucking nail, all right? And stop being such a goddamn hypocrite and shit. You're not above reproach.
You folks out here that love having one night stands and, and doing those sort of things, your butts are going to be in a lot of trouble now. So now that it's going to be harder to get these abortions in the US, you're going to be in family court a lot. That's what it means. So it's not, this ain't just a woman problem. It's a problem for you men that like to lay around with women you have no intentions on marrying. You better start digging deeper in them pockets, because you're not going to be able to push the woman aside and tell her to go get an abortion. Them days are done. You may want to think a little hard about that.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.